one thing we do know is that obviously Putin underestimated Ukraine's military capability. I think the assumption here was that they were going to come in, surrender, take the city in maybe a day or two, and then hopefully everything calms down after that. Now we prolonged over the past week. Huge market implications. Talk about first on commodities, coal skyrocketing, oil skyrocketing, gold, silver, even your soft commodities. Anybody want to share first?
Oh, well, as we all know, what's the number one go-to weapon of the US? Diba? It's sanctions, diba? They will eliminate you, lock you out of SWIFT, yung global payment system. Diba? Kasi as you know, global trade is financed using dollars. Diba? So now Russia is locked out of this system. Diba? So what that means is that basically Russia is being carved out of the global financial system. We can't buy their commodities and they can't sell it. So obvious implications is that Russia and Ukraine being a major producer of all kinds of commodities is that they go up. So parang negative supply shock, which I think can go on for some time.
Brian, is there anything else?
Yeah, it's causing all sorts of volatility. That's why in the past weeks I've been staying out of the market. Really, there's really no clear broad strength anywhere except for commodities. So actually I'm focusing now on the Philippines. So we'll talk about it later, diba? So yeah.
Oh, you weren't here last week. That was one of the discussions we had last week. It's easy to be light outside because you see the entire market breaking down. But in the Philippines, it was a little bit more tricky because, the market is still strong, right? But you needed to lighten up. So that was one of the discussions last week. I think it's the same case this week. I mean, just to summarize everything, obviously the implications of the market is that volatility is going to be here. That's for sure. You're seeing panic on the 10-year flight to safety. We don't know, obviously, how long it will last, especially with commodities being as high as they are today. Growth expectations, long-term growth expectations, maybe falling to zero again. So these are all concerns that the market is looking at right now. We don't know really what's going to happen. And because of these moments such as this, it's the reason why we have to stay light and learn how to step aside. I think that's what's key. And hopefully volatility starts to die down so we can start deploying it once again. I mean,
we're bullish in the Philippines, but you have to be sized correctly to be able to ride this.
To ride the to ride the volatility.
Yeah.
And two is to sleep well at night.
Yeah.